Love music, love talk, love Wycombe Sound.
Monday Movies on Wycombe Sound 106.6 FM.
Hello.
Happy Halloween.
No.
Eve. No,
happy Halloween Eve.
No.
We're recording this after Halloween.
Happy Halloween Boxing Day.
Happy post-Halloween.
Well, not even Boxing Day, is it?
Boxing Day is the day after Christmas Day.
Yeah,
oh, yeah,
it's the
and then we're
second
2
today.
days. Oh, okay. Forget everything I just said. Let's start again. Okay.
And as you've just seen, Duncan doesn't know any dates because I'm leaving that in. Welcome to the Monday Movies podcast.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are we doing? On the verge of a
Right.
lockdown once again.
Oh, yes. Exciting, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't wait. Roll on Christmas, that's what I say.
Well, yeah. But what fun's that going to be?
Food?
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
If there
Christmas
is any, after the panic buying.
Well, that's
Christmas is really weird because there's so much hype, and then at 4 p.m. on Christmas Day, you're like, oh, it's over.
true. Not
I
even
know.
then. 10 o'clock. 11.
Yeah.
Maybe even like 9:30.
Well, after you've
Very
eaten,
overrated.
After you've eaten, it's like,
Yeah.
How early do you eat?
It's very overrated.
yeah, I don't eat that early.
No, I was gonna
Do
say.
you not?
Do you get up?
My bedtime, my nighttime routine starts around 3:30. I'll be honest.
Does it?
Yeah. Isn't that normal?
Yeah, it's very normal. What's coming up on this week's Monday Movies? It's the 61st episode of Monday Movies.
Oh, how exciting! 8 more
Nice.
episodes to go, and then we can make rude jokes about the episode number. Good. Stick with it, shall we? Coming up, we're going to do a Netflix top 10.
Other streaming sites, of course, are available.
Yeah, there
Do you
was-
know why?
That was
Why?
my idea, I think. You'll find out.
It was Tobi's idea, so we're going to do that. Let's find out if it's a good idea. It could be terrible.
It could be awful.
There might be nothing in it we've seen, which would be embarrassing.
It would be awful, but normal.
But normal, yeah.
Yeah.
There's no film news, but we've got reviews of Holidate, His House, both on Netflix.
Whose house?
His House.
Oh.
The Sister on the ITV player, and Zombieland 2 from the past. All of that coming up, as well as 2 tracks from Shirley Bassey.
No, it's the podcast. You won't hear them.
It's a podcast.
Toby doesn't sing them, so
do you
we
know
can't play
what?
them.
If you were listening live, you'd have heard 2 tracks by Shirley Bassey to celebrate the life of Sean Connery,
Yeah.
the old James Bond. But you won't hear that, so
No.
there'll just be a little bit of space.
No, they won't even. You won't even notice.
I think you should leave a couple of seconds space
Yeah.
in memory.
Okay.
Yeah, I think you should.
Okay, we'll do that then.
So when you hear a little space, pause and sing Goldfinger to yourself.
All
And then
of
at
it.
the end, pause it again and
Goldfinger.
sing Diamonds Are Forever.
Yeah. Okay.
That'd be great. That's all coming up.
Oh, this week's Monday Movies. Toby, take it away.
Let's start the show.
Yeah.
Good evening and welcome to an hour of inane chatter masquerading as a film review show. I'm Duncan Strip, joined as always by Luke Davis and Toby Stubbs. If you want to get involved with the show, you can email us mondaymovies@wycombsound.org.uk. You can message us on WhatsApp 01494 449900. We're on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and Instagram. Just search for Wycombe Sound, and you can watch us live if you go to our Facebook or YouTube channel. What better way to spend a Monday evening? On tonight's show, we will review the new Netflix horror His House, and at the other end of the spectrum, the holiday romantic comedy Holidate, and the ITV miniseries The Sister. Gentlemen, a very good evening to you.
A very good evening.
Good evening.
To you too.
That was almost a professional opening.
Fairly.
Is it starting to go wrong?
No,
now because
no.
of
I
the
just
delay?
a
So-
dramatic pause. Sorry.
Oh, I see. I just thought I was dropping out.
No.
How have we been?
Oh, great. Thanks.
Not bad.
I can't believe it's a week already. I mean, it feels like 5 minutes since I last spoke to you. Well, I mean, it
Well,
was,
actually-
but
Actually, Toby, let me tell you, I had a real treat this morning.
Okay.
Sitting at my desk in my spare room, tapping, doing some work.
you were doing tap dance.
Little knock on the door. Do you know who was there?
No.
This guy.
It was Luke.
Oh, right.
Luke had crept
Postman
up my
Luke.
back passage and knocked on the door, and there he was, delivering. So I think we can do a free plug, can't we? Delivering some Christmas cards.
I was delivering some Christmas cards, yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ask me where I got them, Toby.
Where did you get them, Duncan?
I got them from Amy Buckle.
Oh.
She's got her own range of Christmas cards, and if you buy them, a certain percentage goes to good causes.
Yeah,
Amazing.
it's very good.
Luke, tell us the website. Where can people go?
It's facebook.com/Amy Buckle Photography.
Said with no sense of
I think.
authenticity at all. There.
I think it's that. Yeah. She's also in the same room at the minute, but wearing headphones. So I think I got away with it.
Okay, good. I
got away with it.
I thought you were going to say she's in the same room wearing a blindfold, because that wouldn't have surprised me at all.
No.
Anyway, so we're all looking forward to Thursday.
Oh, I can't wait. Bring it on.
Yeah.
Hey, it means the pub quiz is back, so, every cloud.
Oh, there you go.
No.
Oh, all right.
You didn't do our pub quiz, though, so,
Oh, no, I didn't. No.
Why don't you like pub quizzes? If people are wondering why haven't they started talking about films yet, it's because we've got very little to talk about. This is called padding.
Not pub quizzes such as Zoom quizzes.
Why not?
No, this is a fully broadcast one.
I just wanted to leave it there.
Oh.
In the first lockdown. But
right, okay. Well, you're a cheerful, sociable little chap, aren't you?
Yeah, it does make me sound depressing.
Remind me not to invite you to my Zoom.
Yeah,
quiz
don't bring him along.
Yeah.
No.
I love a quiz, but I'm just too competitive.
Yeah, that's your problem.
Because it's not the taking part.
It's the winning.
It is the winning.
Yeah.
We're actually going to have some music. We're going to start with some
What, have
music.
we got that little to talk about?
No, Toby, we're not playing your song, and it's not that exciting. A small tribute, 2 songs, one to start the show and one to end, because yesterday, Saturday, I think, wasn't it? Very sad news. Sir Sean Connery died at the age of 90. Apparently, he'd been ill for some time. He was suffering from dementia, according to his wife, and he passed away. So we thought we'd play a couple of tracks, title track from Bond movies that he was in. He was my Bond. Who was your Bond?
Well, it's Daniel Craig.
Yours is Daniel Craig.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. See, mine should be Roger Moore, because that was the one I grew up with, but I still prefer Sean Connery.
Yeah, well, Sean's great.
Sean is great, yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll kick off the show this week with some music. Shirley Bassey and Goldfinger.
Really
Shirley Bassey and Goldfinger. It's my show. Just hold your horses, sunshine. Shirley Bassey and the theme from Goldfinger. We'll play another one at the end of the show. Toby, one thing for you. In your next song, I would like you to hold a note like that at the end, please. Can you write that into it?
I'll try. Yeah.
Good.
I mean, to be fair, there was quite a long note in We're Both on the Same Team.
No, it just seemed like one long note to me. I'll be
One
honest.
boring long
note.
Boring long note.
I wanted to.
That doesn't really have a Bond end to it. Like, it hasn't got the wow as most as some of
Obviously,
them.
it had an original Bond end to it, because it was one.
That's true.
It
Yeah.
was the first. Cause I don't think Dr. No had a particularly famous theme song, did it?
No.
The first Bond film?
No, fair enough.
No.
Fair
So,
Whilst
yeah.
we're on the topic of Bond, just quickly, now there's another lockdown that's been announced. Do you reckon that is more likely for Bond to go on streaming? Do you think?
No, because
Well-
they've said next year, haven't they now?
Well, there was. Let's do a little bit of film news, shall
let's
we?
do it, yeah, why
Because
not?
apparently, hello.
Hello.
Apparently, the makers of Bond, so that's MGM and Eon, were looking at selling No Time to Die to a streaming platform. Apple, Netflix, and Amazon were all in with a shout, but they would have had to pay $900 million.
They could have brought their own helicopter with that. Loads of
They
them.
could have bought a lot of helicopters with that. And I suppose the fact is, if any of them spent $900 million, they're not going to get
They're not
that
gonna make
money
that
back, because
no.
they're not going to get that many new subscribers.
No.
So all it is they would have bragging rights.
Yeah.
that they've got the new Bond film. So at the moment, it's not going to
I think
streaming.
the only way that something like that would happen if Eon put it on their own streaming site, because the Bond films aren't anywhere, are they? They're not on.
No, but
So they would
if
have to-
Eon did that, they would only have Bond films on it.
No, I know, but they could then, like, if it was like a
Yes.
special for the launch of this one.
What about Amazon and you have to pay for it?
No,
That's still not.
I don't see them doing that.
No. The platforms wouldn't get it unless they've got it exclusively and people aren't paying it. It
Yeah.
need to be for their subscribers.
They wouldn't make that money
so,
back. So I
yeah.
think the only way we'll see the new Bond up earlier is if they put it on their own website, where you have to pay £10-15 to watch it. And I wouldn't be surprised. Probably 20. I wouldn't be surprised if they do something like that. If when is it meant to be coming out now?
It's April, so hopefully,
It's a
you know,
year.
because let's be honest, this lockdown is going to cure everything.
Yeah.
So by the 2nd of December, we'll be out of it. We'll
Yeah,
be through the
it'll
woods.
be fine. Yeah.
We'll be partying. Raves will be back on. It'll be
yeah.
great.
Yeah. Fingers
I've
crossed.
got every confidence in our government. Anyway, let's move on, shall we?
Yes.
That reminds me, when are we getting our late night chat show phone in?
At this rate, not very
Oh,
quickly.
yeah.
Still waiting
still
for
waiting.
confirmation on that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of paperwork for you.
Oh, well, I'm good at paper. I love a bit of paperwork.
Yeah.
I do. Now, we normally do a box office top 10, but because the box office top 10 is mostly filled with re-releases and kids' films that we haven't been to see, it seems slightly pointless. And also because as of next week, there won't be a box office top 10 because Cineworld closed a few weeks ago, and because of lockdown happening on Thursday, Empire aren't even waiting until Thursday.
No, don't blame them.
They've decided to close straight away. So Mr. Toby Stubbs has come up with a very good idea.
Well
Toby.
done, Toby.
Thank you. Well, we're gonna take a look at Netflix's top 10.
We are.
Other streaming sites are, of course, available.
Obviously.
They are.
Do they have a top 10?
No, I don't think they do a
No.
top 10 as such, no.
Well,
No.
the only reason I know about this because when I go on Netflix, obviously certain films or whatever have number 5 in the UK or whatever.
Yes.
So-
I'm not sure how accurate it is. I'm not sure
No.
the top 10 is based on viewership. I have a feeling it's based on this is what we want you to watch.
Possibly.
Interesting. Interesting.
But I might be right.
But then
could
I
be
think
wrong.
number 4 is quite interesting then, if that's the case. But we'll get to that in a minute.
Yes, we'll get to that. Let's not skip ahead.
Would you like
Come
to start
on.
with number 10?
In a top 10, I think it's best.
I think so too.
Yeah.
This week's number 10, Netflix's very own Star Trek Discovery Series 3.
Well, Series 2,
Series
you've
2.
been suckered in there. It's not Netflix, it's CBS show
Oh,
in America,
okay.
and Netflix bought the rights for the rest of the world. So in America, it's shown on CBS, and in the UK, you get it on Netflix, and that's the reason you don't get all the episodes at once. It's one episode every Friday, the day after it's broadcast in America. Do you watch Star Trek?
I watched the first series of this.
Yeah.
I struggled as it got towards the end.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm not sure why.
Toby?
I've seen the Star Trek films, but I wouldn't say I'm a
Okay.
Trekkie.
I'm not a Trekkie. I don't like Star Trek. I watched the original series when I was a kid. Never watched Generations. Never watched Deep Space Nine. Wasn't particularly looking forward to this. Loved the first series. Second series is even better.
I got to series.
It's
I
very,
got to
very good.
episode 12, so I nearly made it to the end.
I'm not. Were there 12 episodes?
Well, that's what it says on here, as I'm just looking at it now.
Okay. All right. Okay. But no, this is really good. It takes it in a whole new direction and into a kind of another universe, so that it doesn't have to worry about keeping track with the films or other series, because there's going to be another series with Captain Pike, the original captain of the Enterprise, which will be on Netflix, I think, next year. But it's really good. Star Trek Discovery Season 2.
Out now.
Nice.
now.
This week's number 9, Rogue City.
Don't know what this is, but apparently it is a thriller about police corruption and Marseille's warring gangs. It's about a loyal cop who must protect his squad by taking matters into his own hands. It's French, subtitled, and stars Jean Reno,
Right.
who's a very famous French actor, don't you know?
I did know that.
But I have not seen it, so...
This week's number 8, Barbarians.
Again, something that I've not seen. Anybody?
No.
Lovely swallow of tea there. Toby.
Sorry.
Very
Sorry,
good.
I didn't realise my mic was that sensitive.
Not seen The Barbarians.
No.
I have not.
No, nor have I. But this is German, apparently.
Okay.
It's, torn
International
between-
market doing well.
Oh, yeah. Torn between the mighty empire that raised him and his own tribal people, a Roman officer's conflicted allegiances lead to an epic historical clash. So, kind of Game of Thrones for Romans.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Game of Romans.
Game of Romans. Coming to the ITV shortly. It sounds like a quiz show.
What does? Game of Romans?
Yeah.
Yes.
This week's number 7, Ninja Assassin.
Okay, this is working well because we've not seen any of these either. But this is a film. I think this is foreign language as well. I think it might be Mandarin. When his best friend is murdered by the shadowy Ozunu clan, Raizo, an orphan raised to be an assassin, vows revenge. So there you go, an action-packed revenge thriller in a foreign language.
Cheery.
What more could you want?
This week's number 6, The Haunting of Bly Manor.
So The Haunting of Bly Manor is the sequel, kind of, to The Haunting of Hill House. The Haunting of Hill House was one of Netflix's biggest successes last year. This is the sequel, only
Very
it's not as... It's very good. Haunting of Hill House is absolutely brilliant. This is not a sequel because it's got nothing to do with the first story. It's based on a different book by a different author, but it does have some of the same actors, but playing different characters. So this is about an American nanny who is hired to look after 2 children in a big spooky old English house by the seaside, and when she gets there she realizes it might not just be them alone in the house. Ooh. So the problem, it looks very nice, it's well made, it's fairly well written. My huge problem with it is it's set in England and it is so obviously filmed. I don't know if it's filmed in Canada or America, but it's one of those two. So there's a lot of very dodgy accents in it. Every time you see a light switch or a plug socket, you're just looking, thinking, no. They walk into a room and they flick the switch up to turn the light on. Like, no, do some research. And there's a scene with a phone box. It was supposed to be in London. We're like, no, that's an American phone. And you just think, why have you gone? You spent all this money making this glossy series and you couldn't be bothered to get the little bits right. And the fact is, it didn't have to be the original book set in England, but they could have said it in America.
They could have said it anywhere.
It would have made no difference.
If they were filming it in America and haven't bothered to change any of the plugs, then just say it's in America.
Exactly.
Wow.
So yeah, not great. Well, we're halfway through and we're quite enjoying it, but Hill House was so good. This is a bit of a disappointment.
So I haven't seen either of these, but I think if they're
colour me surprised.
if as they're not related, I'll probably watch Bly Manor first and then Haunting, and that'll be interesting to see.
Yes, because if you like Bly Manor, then you've got a treat coming with Hill House.
Yeah.
Toby, sorry, Luke, I can't imagine you watching either because you're a scaredy little girl and you don't like scary things, do you?
I don't know.
So you won't be watching either of them?
No, sorry. I've seen clips of them and not for me.
You got all scared, didn't you?
Yeah, started crying behind the sofa.
Okay.
This week's number 5, Secrets of the Sakari Tomb.
I've never heard of this. It's a film, although in the description it says genres, documentary, science and nature, social and cultural.
Oh, my one says understanded.
Oh, I think it says understated.
Ah, it did, yeah.
So it says, after unearthing a tomb that had been untouched for 4,000 years, Egyptian archaeologists attempt to decipher the history of the extraordinary find. So when I looked at the little pack shot thing they have for it, I just assumed it was something like The Mummy, an action adventure.
I thought it was a documentary.
Well, reading it now, I think it is a documentary.
Yeah.
But it's not very clear.
No, I might have a watch of that. This week's number 4, this is why I don't think this is an interesting one, Blended.
Okay, go. You've seen Blended.
I have, quite recently, this year actually. Yeah. It's a feel-good rom-com. It came out in the early 2000s, is that correct?
Yes, I would say so.
No. 2014.
90s.
Oh, there you go. Just 6 years ago.
Yeah. And basically, 2 families come together after a blind date and share a holiday in Africa, and it's very funny. I really enjoyed it. Duncan didn't.
I thought it was terrible.
There we go.
I mean, I don't know if it's gone high in at number 10 if their chart is actually based on viewership, because it's Adam Sandler and his brand new film Hubie Halloween was new on Netflix 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
So maybe people are doing a binge of Adam Sandler films.
Why don't you like it?
I just find it very unfunny. I mean, compared to Hubie Halloween, it's a work of art.
There is some very dodgy CGI in Blended.
Yes, I just didn't think it was funny at all.
Okay.
But, you know,
Fair enough.
It's aimed at the sort of teenage girl, middle-aged woman markets.
Hello.
You were just the right person
Spot
for it. That is up to number 4. Number 3 coming up, which is His House, which we've all seen and we will review very shortly.
Love music.
Welcome back to an almost technically proficient Monday Movies. Or have I spoken too soon?
Don't say anything.
All going to go wrong. Duncan, Luke and Toby here with you through until 8 o'clock, and then Mr. Q will be here with The Country Show. If you want to join us, we're live on Facebook and YouTube, or you can email mondaymovies@wycombsound.org.uk. See, we're waving. Well, we're trying to wave, but our hands keep disappearing.
Our hands keep disappearing, yeah.
There we go. We're counting down the top 10 on Netflix. We got up to number 5. What's next, Mr. Davis?
This week's number 3, not mine, not yours, it's His House.
Whose house?
His House.
His House, okay.
His House.
This is a brand new film to Netflix. I'm not sure if it's a Netflix production because it does come up with a BBC logo.
It's a BBC film,
BBC production.
It's a BBC and Regency Enterprises and a few more.
Okay. This is it's a British film directed by Remy Weeks. It's his directorial debut. It's about a refugee couple from South Sudan who are fleeing the war. They get a boat to the UK. Very timely subject matter, to be honest. They lose their daughter on the way. They arrive on their own. They're in... what's it called? I would say solitary, but it's not. They're in containment somewhere when they are told that they have got a house they can live in while their case is decided to see whether they can stay and become residents in the UK. Only problem is they're given £72 a week. They're not allowed to work. And they're not allowed to leave the house. Otherwise, they will forfeit and they will be sent back to Sudan, where they are sure they're going to be killed. Once in the house, they realise something might be in there with them, within the walls and the ceilings and the floors. And then it starts to get a little bit creepy. It actually starts to get a lot creepy. Toby, what did you think of His House?
Whose house?
His House.
Oh.
So I didn't know anything about this film. I didn't see a trailer. I didn't even look at the poster. I don't think. I literally just went straight in. I enjoyed it. I really liked it. I thought the two lead roles were great. I thought the script was good. I thought the idea was good. I felt they made it look really kind of dirty and gritty, which was good. I wasn't a fan of the ending at all, if I'm honest. That kind of... I was really, really enjoying it, and then the ending just ruined it for me. I can't really tell you why, without spoiling it, but I really that completely ruined the film for me. So, yeah, overall, it's something I would not normally choose to watch, but I did, the first 3/4 of the film I really, really enjoyed, and I thought there was a very powerful, there's powerful themes in it and powerful subject matters in it. Things such as like racism and stuff like that. So yeah, no, I did really enjoy it, but the ending ruined it for me personally.
Okay, shall we leave you till last, Luke?
Yeah, probably best.
Okay, so yeah, I really enjoyed it as well. I thought, considering it was made on obviously a small budget, I thought visually it was fantastic. The things they managed to do were really good. Also, it got round the age-old problem in a haunted house film is most of the time, if you watch a lot of haunted house films, you just think, just leave. Just get out of the house, you idiots. Yeah. But this, because they weren't allowed to, if they left the house, they would have been deported back to Sudan. They had a reason why they had to stay in the house. And it did what good horror films do. They're not necessarily just horror for horror's sake. They're about something. And this was about the Sudanese war and the plight of refugees and the horrors that they face at every turn. I think, and turning that into a horror film, I thought was very clever. The two lead actors, forgive me for getting the names wrong. Sophie Dirisu, who is the male lead, who was one of the leads in Gangs of London on Sky earlier this year, and Wunmi Masaku, who plays the female lead, who I've just finished watching in HBO's Lovecraft Country, and she was very, very good in that as well. But they were both excellent. But yeah, I thought it was very clever, very well done. And now, to disagree with both of us, here's Mr. Luke Davis.
Hi, everybody. I agree that it looked good. I agree that the acting was very good. I struggled with it. It's not my cup of tea at all. Far from my cup of tea. So yeah, I can't. I think if you're a fan of horror, I think you'll like it. I thought the themes, as Toby mentioned, were very good in the film. I like the fact that they couldn't. There was a reason why they, because most of you're just like, oh, don't run upstairs, or
yes, get out of the house.
That I like the fact that there's a reason why. Matt Smith was in it.
Yes, he was.
He was in it.
Yes, he was.
I like Matt Smith.
Good.
Yeah.
But apart from that,
yeah, everything except for the horror part of it, I enjoyed.
I think
the large part.
The thing about it is just, there's so many, they just hold the shots for ages, and you can see something in the background, and you're just waiting. You don't want to look, but you are. Yeah. You don't want to look at the background, but you are. But no, quickly, what did you guys think of the ending? The end.
Well, I need to watch it again, or I need to read up about it, because I for some reason I thought And spoilers ahead for we got the spoiler klaxon somewhere. There you go. Spoilers slightly. I'm not sure if I missed something. I couldn't work out whether the daughter that was lost was actually her daughter, or whether that wasn't actually his wife.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean.
There was a scene near the end where they were in Sudan and they were leaving, and I think, I'm not sure if that was his wife, and then they were pretending to be husband and wife, and that was actually her daughter, but not his, or his daughter, but not hers. So I need to watch it again, or Google online His House spoilers.
It's the penultimate bit at the end.
You can say we done the. Oh, I love the bit in the kitchen.
I hated that.
I loved the bit.
Why
in the
didn't you like
kitchen.
it, Toby?
I don't know. It just kind of ruined it for me. I really don't. I can't. I don't know. I just really. I think for me personally, what I've found about myself when I'm watching a horror film is, I think
it's not believable.
it's the unknown is what actually makes it scarier for me. I think as soon as I see the monster or whatever it is in the film, literally completely on screen and they're not hidden anymore, I just kind of, I don't know, it takes it out for me. So maybe it was that. Maybe because they were kind of hidden the whole film, and then in that last scene in the kitchen, it's full on.
Didn't you say the same thing about Quiet Place?
I think so,
He
yeah.
loved The Quiet Place.
I love
but
The Quiet
he
Place,
loved it, but the fact that until you saw the monster.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I do agree with that. But the thing about Quiet Place is they obviously have got sensitive hearing and they can't see. So there was still something to, they couldn't see the characters. So it was still something to play with there. But yeah, I don't know. I can't really give you a reason why I didn't like the end scene. But yeah, we kind of. Okay. Yeah, but I still enjoyed it.
Out of 10, everybody. Duncan?
Oh, okay. 8.
Toby?
7.
4.
Yeah, we'll go 4.
Oh,
I'll give it a 4.
It's harsh, isn't it?
I know,
but that's only because you don't like horror.
Yeah, exactly.
What would your mark out of 10 be from a technical standpoint?
Oh, 8 or 9.
There we go. Isn't
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go.
Technical
2 8s and a 7. 2 8s and a 7.
Is that what they'll say on the trailer? They'll quote that bit and they'll be like, Luke says 8 out of 10.
Exactly, yes. That is His House. It's available to stream now on Netflix, and it's number 3 in their chart.
Yes. This week's number 2, The Queen's Gambit.
So I'm halfway through this, and I'm loving it, but it might be a bit of an acquired taste. It's a period piece set in the 1950s or 60s, I think, in America. It stars Anya Taylor-Joy as a child chess prodigy who grows up to become the US champion. And it follows her life from a little girl where she learns how to play chess in an orphanage to when she's adopted and her mother takes on, becomes her manager and travels the country playing in chess tournaments. I know, it sounds really dull.
It's an interesting story to take as a film.
It's good because it's a limited series, so one and done. You don't have to worry about there being a second series, or you don't have to worry about it being cancelled and not knowing how it's going to end. So it's only 7 episodes and then it's finished. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it. And it looks fantastic. It's directed by Scott Frank, who directed a film, I think it's called Snow Falling on Cedars, which was based on a best-selling novel. And that's one of the most beautiful films I've ever seen.
Okay.
So yeah, this is very enjoyable.
Just looking at the trailer now, it does look very good.
It's very good. It's Queen's Gambit, again, available on Netflix, number 2 in their chart.
And this week's number 1 on the Netflix chart is The Holidate.
Lovely use of... there's a word for when 2 words are chunked together like that, and I can't remember what it is. But anyway, so The Holidate, I've not seen it, Toby's not seen it, but because, it looks to me from the trailer that it's aimed at sort of teenage girls, middle-aged women kind of. So guess who's seen it?
It's me. This guy. I've seen
Of course it is. Yes.
Now, shockingly, for a Netflix film, under 2 hours.
But is it a Netflix film or is it one they've bought?
You can have a look at that while I tell you what it's about. I'll read it from the Netflix description. Fed up with being single on holidays, 2 strangers agree to be each other's platonic plus ones all year long, only to, shockingly for a rom-com, catch feelings for each other along the way.
No. Do you know, I've not seen it. I've not even watched a trailer. I'm pretty sure I can guess how it ends.
Yeah, it's good. But it's not... They sort of laugh at comedy films, like rom-coms as well. And even though you know what's coming, it's in a nice way. It's not like a normal way of a rom-com doing the ending. It's very nice, and there's one part of it, and I won't spoil what it is, where you think they're in a restaurant, they're having in a supermarket, they're having an argument.
All done it.
Well, exactly, who hasn't? And
I wanted peas, not carrots for dinner.
you've seen the film, Toby.
Wow.
And they mention a celebrity's name, and they're like, he wouldn't.
Gordon Ramsay.
No, they wouldn't be. He wouldn't be here. Blah blah blah. And I can't tell if it is actually him.
Is it in America?
It's in America. I think it was Matt Damon they mentioned, but it looks like it's Matt Damon behind them. So that's very fun.
No, I saw this today. Ryan Gosling.
Yes, sorry, Ryan Gosling.
So I literally scrolled past an article that had that tagline. I haven't read it, but yeah, apparently people think Ryan Gosling's in the background or something.
It does. It looks very much like Ryan Gosling, and it looks like the character's going to turn around and go, "Oh, it's Ryan Gosling."
And they mention him, do they?
They mention him, yeah.
So it
throughout
could be a little cameo.
Yeah, it could be. They mention him throughout it because of a reason.
I just to tell you, it is a Netflix production, and it's not on Ryan Gosling's IMDb page.
But it might be a surprise.
It's probably a double.
It might be like the Stormtroopers. They're not actually going to reveal it. Who knows? Anyway, it features Emma Roberts, Luke Bracey, and Kristen Chensworth.
10.
I still don't know if you like it. You've kind of told us what it's about.
Yeah,
but I don't actually know what you thought of it at all.
I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. It was nice to watch something that wasn't serious. It was funny. It wasn't about the world ending or politics or anything like that. It was just nice to escape for a film that was under 2 hours. So yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really, really good, upbeat, positive, funny. There was one bit that made me and my other half, Amy, cry with laughter. Yeah, really good.
Good. I will watch it this week.
Good.
I look forward to it.
I look forward to saying the opposite next week.
Are you sold?
Out of 10, Luke.
8. 8 or 9? Ooh. No, 8.
No.
It's
8.
Just it's just an 8. It's an 8.
Toby, are you tempted?
Yeah, I might watch it because if
whenever I review something about you, but Luke says something's good, and you're all over it.
I think sometimes you can be in the mood for, like Luke said, you can kind of just switch off and watch it, and not really concentrate. You know what's going to happen. So if I'm feeling a bit in a mood like that, where I can just kind of switch off for a bit and don't have to concentrate as much, then I might give it a go.
Okay.
I've just asked Amy, and she gave it 10 out of 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. So there's nothing wrong with it at all.
Oh, I'm sure you'll find something, but you normally do with everything.
I mean, there's very few films I would give 10 out of 10 to. There's
very
few flawless films.
It was very, very good.
It's not a blockbuster, but it's a good, easy rom-com.
There you go. It's not a blockbuster.
She knows you're on the radio, doesn't she?
Yeah, it's not a blockbuster. It's why she didn't swear. It's not a blockbuster, but it's an easy film to watch.
Okay, all right. Well, I'm going to watch it next week, and let's see how close to 10 I get.
I'm going to say -5 for you, possibly -9.
I like Love Actually and Notting Hill.
Okay, well that's fine. Yeah.
So but none of those are 10 out of 10.
No, I watched Bridget Jones this week. That's very good.
Did you? Does she know you were watching? A restraining order not kicked in?
Not yet. Next week.
Okay, good. Okay, that is the Netflix top 10 for this week. That worked out quite well. What a very good suggestion, Mr. Toby Starbuck.
Well done, Toby.
So it might be different next week.
It hopefully will be different.
What, your suggestion or what, the top 10?
The top 10.
Okay.
Something I was going to suggest for next week, actually, because we haven't actually picked a film, so we'll have to do that later in the week because there's not much out, is on Amazon Prime, Truth Seekers.
Okay.
Which is the new half-hour comedy show starring Nick Frost and Simon Pegg.
Oh, I've seen the trailer for this, yes.
Yeah, I've seen this advertised, yeah.
So I thought we could give that a go.
Not for Toby, but obviously the Mandalorian series.
The Mandolin Player is, yes. That's the new series of The Mandolin Player is on Disney+.
Mandolins.
I've kept away from everything that's about it.
I think you'll find that's mostly people keeping away from you, but okay. Yeah, so we'll review the first episode of that next week as well.
Or it will be the second episode by then. We might have 2.
I might not have watched both.
Oh, well.
How dare you presume?
You've got enough time.
That is true. We're all in lockdown. Okay, so that's next week. Oh, we're very ahead of ourselves, aren't we? We're going to have some more music coming up before the end of the show. Another track from Shirley Bassey, Diamonds Are Forever. Now we go over to our retro film correspondent, Mr. Toby Stubbs, to see what film from the past. What we need is that thing they have to do as we go back in time.
Oh, I know what.
Stubbs.
Yeah, keep talking. I'll find it.
Oh, you're going to find it? Okay, good.
Okay. So me and a few friends, we said ages ago we'd
All right,
watch
don't
Zombieland.
boast.
we said ages ago we'd watch because we saw the first Zombieland when it came out together, and then we just said we'll watch the second one, and yeah, like everyone was busy and obviously COVID and everything, so we managed to watch it recently, and yeah, it takes off from where the first one ended. It's got a good soundtrack in it. It's, the characters are still the same. There's a lot of jokes in it, which are great. It's just, again, it's like what Luke said earlier about the other film. It's one of those films where you don't have to really concentrate. You can kind of switch off and watch it, and it is entertaining. However, obviously, it's very hard to beat the first film of any kind of film, and it didn't. And it was enjoyable, but would I watch it again? Probably not. But there, it's entertaining. There's a few laughs in there, but yeah, it wasn't as good as the first one.
Oh dear! Out of 10?
Okay.
5.
Oof.
5.5. 5.5.
Of course, yeah.
Of course,
Any more? Any more for 5.5? Any more?
5.75.
5.75.
No,
Lovely.
5.5.
And we don't have the sound effects, so sorry.
Oh, that's a shame.
I
You
know,
need that
I'll get it
wibbly
for-
wobbly
I'll get it for
going
next
back in
week.
time sound
Yeah,
effect.
sorry.
Yeah. How did you watch it, Toby?
That was on Apple TV. It was bought. Apple TV.
Bought?
Yeah,
Good
my friend
heavens.
bought it. My friend bought it.
You know what we do have though?
He
What?
bought it ages ago. And then, yeah. Sorry, go on, Luke.
Sorry, what do we have, Luke?
Memory from.
What's that got to do with...
Memory. It's back in time.
Right, okay, good.
No?
All right, no. Can I just say, you mentioned Apple TV, and I'm the only one here that's got Apple TV Plus, haven't I?
Yeah.
And I was actually with somebody who works for Apple at the weekend. And yeah, not Tim Cook.
Oh, right,
it wasn't,
okay. Like I say, I've got a long list for him.
And I complained that the user interface for the Apple TV Plus is virtually unusable.
Right.
And they agreed. And they said everyone complains about it. It is
Brilliant.
the worst. It is the worst interface of all of them.
What's wrong with it? Because obviously I don't use it.
So you need the Apple TV box,
Right,
and when you
yeah.
go into the TV section, it doesn't automatically go into Apple TV Plus. And finding where the Apple TV Plus is, because it's in a different place every time, is really complicated. Then when you go into Apple TV Plus, you can't create a watch list or a wish list or a list of stuff you're going to watch, because it will. You can add to up next.
Yeah.
And then there'll be a little list of things that are up next, but it will throw in things that you've been watching on Netflix or Amazon Prime on your Apple TV box. So it's not just the Apple Plus stuff.
Wow. Okay.
And I think we both agreed the reason was they haven't got enough good product.
Right. Fair enough.
So they don't want it to be easy to find on their box, and they pad out the list with Netflix and Amazon stuff because they don't have enough stuff.
Right. Okay.
But the stuff they have got is quite good.
Just not a lot of it.
It's not worth paying $5.99 a month for.
No.
Anyway, that's Apple TV Plus, everybody. Don't bother. Well done, everybody. Yes, excellent. Should we talk about The Sister?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Off you go.
This was a limited series on ITV last week. It ran from Monday to Thursday, so it's a 4 45-minute episodes. It was trailered heavily. It had a lot of good press. It's based on a best-selling novel written by Neil Cross, who wrote and created Luther.
Luther?
So, all the credentials are there, even though I wasn't a
Film
big
news
Luther
about
fan.
Luther afterwards.
Just throw it in now.
Go for it.
Well, no, I don't want to interrupt you.
You already did.
We've had Big
sorry.
Ben now, so
You can't interrupt and then say, no, do it later. I don't want to interrupt you.
Apparently, Neil Cross and Idris Elba are announcing something soon to do with Luther. Whether it will be a film or another series, I don't know. I think people are saying film though, which is good, which is great. because I'd love to see a Luther film. So
Well, it won't be in the cinema, so it'll just be like watching a TV
Yeah,
series
exactly.
because it'll be online.
well, they haven't made it yet,
Oh,
so it might be
In 10 years'
hopefully
time.
things will be back up and running by the time it comes out. So
Good. Okay. Luther news, everybody.
Da-da-da-da.
Luther.
Luther.
In the meantime, we have The Sister, an ITV 4-part drama, thriller, supernatural horror, starring Russell Tovey, Bertie Carvel and Anita Archari. Russell Tovey stars as Nathan, who is married to Amrita. They've been married for 10 years. Her sister, 10 years previously, mysteriously went missing and no one knows what happens to her. Everything is going fine for Russell and Amrita until Bertie Carvel turns up. Do you know who Bertie Carvel is, Luke, by the way?
No.
I don't know how you pronounce his name. Well, he was the husband in Dr. Foster.
Oh, yes.
But he's most famous. He's most famous for being the original Miss Trunchbull in Matilda on stage.
Look at you.
Look at me with my Amy's musical soundtrack knowledge. Thank you very much. But so he turns up. His name's Bob. He turns up looking more sinister than they couldn't have made him look any more sinister.
Right.
He turns up in a drenched raincoat with long straggly hair, a goatee beard and a strange squeaky voice that he talks in all the time, just like that, to tell him that the woods down the road are being dug up because they're building a housing estate and their secret is going to be revealed if they're not careful. Turns out that Russell Tovey's character was at a party the same night as his wife's sister went missing, and she ends up dead. She's buried in the woods. Bertie Carvel's character is a psychic come, the kind of people that look for ghost hunter kind of thing. And he had...
Ghostbusters, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Ghost
what they call
hunter.
Duncan. Well done.
Ghost hunter, yeah. He had something to do with it. They both had something to do with it. I don't know why I'm bothering. It's awful.
Oh.
It is so contrived and ridiculous. Even from the first episode. I mean, we only watched all 4 because they were all on in the same week and they were on one night after the other. If it had been weekly, I don't think we'd have bothered after the first episode. But I thought, it's only 4, let's get to the end. And it's pretty terrible.
Wow.
Wow.
Is it the
If you wanna
storyline
watch
that
it's the storyline is terrible.
acting?
The acting is weird.
Right.
They seem to... Everybody sounds like they're in a foreign series that's been translated badly into English.
Okay.
So no one speaks like a normal person would speak.
Right.
And Bertie Carvel's character, Bob, who speaks with the squeaky voice like this, is made to look like Paul Kay. You know Paul Kay, when he's in Game of Thrones with the really long straggly hair and beard. He looks just like him. They might as well have just got Paul Kay to play the part. But it's just terrible. It's completely unbelievable.
That's a shame. I like Russell. I think he's very good.
He is very good. And, as a friend of mine put, is this the one where he's playing the straight... character? And I said, yes, he is. He goes, well, that part could have gone to a hardworking heterosexual actor. Cuts both ways. Cuts both ways. So it's terrible. I thought it was really one of the worst things I've seen this year.
Do I want to ask out of 10?
2. And it's available on the ITV player.
So I think
if you
ITV are just
want
on the
to.
phone now. They want you to, if they're wondering if they can use your review.
It's strange because a lot of their recent stuff, the David Tennant thing about the serial killer was really good. All their stuff has been really good recently.
Is it an ITV production or is it another?
Yeah, it's an ITV production, and it's just dreadful.
Oh.
Sorry, ITV.
Sorry, ITV, yeah.
But, you can't win them all, can
No,
you?
you can't, no. Have
Something
we all
else.
watched Being Human with Russell in?
I didn't. I never finished it.
It didn't. As the series went on and the original 3 went, it did get a bit. But but I really enjoyed the first. I need to watch it again. It's probably on the iPlayer, I'd imagine. Everything's on the iPlayer.
I watched the first couple of series. My other half finished it, I think. Finished it all, but it was very good. Totally.
I mean, if you haven't
any
seen
idea what we're talking about?
I haven't seen it.
You should watch it, Toby.
It was about a ghost, a werewolf, and a vampire who shared a house.
All walk into a
now
bar.
it sounds like a terrible BBC sitcom, but it wasn't a sitcom.
No.
Right.
It was a drama / horror /
When did it come out?
Oof, early 2000s.
At least 10 years ago.
Yeah. And to be honest, for back then, the CG was actually not bad.
Yeah, but it was good.
And it's very violent and very naughty as well.
Or lots of lumpy pumpy.
Yeah. 2008.
As we're doing throwbacks, I think one of my favourite series, I mean, I haven't watched it in years, was Misfits. Did you ever watch that?
Never seen it,
No.
but I've noticed all episodes are on Netflix.
Give it a watch. I mean, I don't want to ruin it, but
I'm going to.
not. Basically, the cast members. One cast member in particular, I think, argued with production about how much he was going to get paid, and he said, "Well, if you don't pay me this, I'm leaving." So he left the show, and they had to get other actors in, and it was all right, but I think the first season is amazing, and I just remember loving that. Absolutely loving that. I'd happily watch that again.
We had a similar problem with Luke. He said if we didn't pay him what he wanted, he's going to stay just to annoy us. And sure enough, he's still here.
Here I am. Being Human isn't on BBC iPlayer. It's not anywhere, actually.
What a shame.
Yeah.
But Misfits is all available on Netflix, and it is on my list of things to watch because, it's supposed to be very good.
It's aimed at kind of teenagers, people in their 20s, I'd say.
Well,
no.
I have to ask, why do you think you need to tell me that?
No. I'm just saying.
You don't think it's suitable for me?
No. You
don't think I'd get it?
I'm actually very intrigued to see what you think about it.
Okay,
actually.
well, I will. If I can hold the remote in my hand at in my aged years, Toby, I'll try and point it at the TV and swish it on.
That was meant to be a passing comment. It's aged at this demographic, but you just took it. Badly.
Yeah, just wondered why you mentioned the demographic.
You're old, Duncan. Move on.
Yeah, I got what you meant.
I didn't mean that. But
okay.
Anyway, arguing on Monday movies.
The normal things.
Something that is good, that is currently on TV. Again, you can't watch all of them because they're only showing one episode at a time. Is The Undoing on Sky Atlantic, Monday nights at 9:00. One episode so far, second episode tonight. It's an HBO series, stars Nicole Kidman, Donald Sutherland and Hugh Grant. Hugh Grant and Nicole Kidman are a married couple in New York with a certain set of friends, all very affluent and very well-to-do. A new young mother comes into their circle. At the end of the first episode, she ends up dead and Hugh Grant has disappeared on a work trip. It's really good. It's from the creators of Big Little Lies and Little Fires Everywhere. If you like those, you'll probably like this. But yes, the first episode. In fact, I don't like binge watching, so I do like one a week. But after we watched the first episode of this last week, I was just like, I wish the second one was there to watch. It was really good.
I'm just trying to think of anything else that I feel like I've watched something recently, but I can't work out what it was. Helpful.
Maybe if you had something, a pad and paper or some kind of electronic device that allowed you to type in words, that would be good, wouldn't it?
That would be good, yeah.
Yeah. So a fruit-based device, something like that. No? I meant a BlackBerry, but okay. Do they still do BlackBerries?
I think they do still do BlackBerries, yeah.
Really?
I think so.
I wonder who
find out in the podcast.
How will we find out?
Well, I'll Google it and we'll reveal the answer in the podcast.
Oh, okay. If you're wondering what this podcast of which Luke is speaking is, it's a longer audio version of this show. And it's the second best podcast. Actually, there's 3 podcasts on Wycombe Sound now, isn't there? I believe Keith is doing one.
Oh, yes.
So we're going to try and hang on to our second place.
Well, third or second. Well,
we're the third or second best podcast on Wycombe Sound, and you can find us wherever you find your music and podcasts.
Yeah.
Download Tobi's track and subscribe to the Monday Movies podcast at the same time.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Or you can watch it as well.
We're also now available on Amazon Music as a podcast.
We are, yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
We're everywhere.
Oh, we're all over it.
We're on the moon.
We are everywhere. Yes, exactly. That's almost it for this week. Not sure what we'll do next week, but we will try and do. We're going to do the Mandalorian and the Nick Pegg and
Simon Cage.
Who's Nick Pegg? Yes, Simon Frost.
Simon Pegg and Nick Frost comedy.
Simon Frost and Nick Pegg.
Yes. Oh, Toby, I get confused. It's easily done.
And Holidate.
And I should watch Holidate as well. Yeah. Yes, and we'll see if there's any new big films that drop unexpectedly on Netflix or on Amazon Prime. There won't be anything on Apple TV Plus because they don't care. Bothered.
They don't care. No.
When can we hear you again, Mr. Luke Davis?
Tomorrow afternoon at 4.
Excellent.
Where it will be dark.
Luke has decided not only to do news and travel and weather. He's doing the time of day checks, which is fascinating because he's announcing when it gets dark. Single of the week this week is
Mr. Harry Edward Styles and Golden.
More of him in the podcast.
Yeah, yes.
It says, look, we don't just talk about films. In fact, in the podcast, we rarely talk about films. Anyway, Luke, thank you very much.
Thank you, Duncan.
Toby, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Toby.
Thank you,
Luke.
All right, enough
Thank
of
you,
that.
Duncan.
We will be back. Excuse me. We'll be back next week for more of the same, looking at The Mandalorian and the new Simon Pegg TV series, and I'll be reviewing Holidate. Mr. Q is up after the news with the Country Music Show. I will be back on Sunday morning for the best breakfast show in Buckinghamshire. Thank you very much. Well, can I just say,
What?
technically flawless.
Sorry, what was that?
Yep.
Duncan? Duncan?
Can
you hear him, Toby?
No.
Stop mucking about. You
No,
can
Duncan,
hear me.
you've actually gone.
Stop mucking
No, I
about.
have not. It was technically. I mean, come on. We didn't drop out once.
Well, no.
That was good.
That was
It was
brilliant.
good.
That was good stuff. Excellent.
good.
Now let's talk about something more exciting than looking at you two.
Harry
Styles. Why were we talking about him again?
Because we were talking about him off air.
Oh, because of the video. We couldn't decide which video was which,
And then we start talking about his latest album, which is
very
Fine
good.
Line, and it's very fine. All 5 singles are very good.
I believe one of them is Single of the Week on Drive Time.
His latest single, Golden, is this week's Single of the Week on Drive Time. If you're listening the week of the 2nd of November 2020.
Nobody is.
Nobody is. It's I've not listened to the whole album yet. I've only listened to the singles. But if the singles
They're all
are
good.
if the singles are as good as the album, then hey, I'm sold.
He's no Toby Stubbs,
Oh, of course not. No,
but he's good.
I'm no Harry Styles.
That's true.
that's very true.
Also, excuse the pun, but we're two very different styles as well. Hey.
You're not both on the same team, are you?
Hey.
Hey!
It's a fine line between the two of them. Anyway, this features Falling. His single so far, Lights Up, Adore You, Falling.
Lights Up was the one where he's being molested by lots of people half naked. That's why.
I haven't seen that.
That's why you remember it.
For some reason, that's the one that sticks in my mind. I don't know why.
Can't think why. Adore You, which was the ballad.
Thank you.
Adore You. That's a tune.
That's good,
That's a
isn't
tune.
it?
Yeah.
Falling. Oh no, sorry, Falling is the ballad.
I think
Watermelon
Falling is the
Sugar.
weakest.
Yeah, but I still like it. And Golden, which is this week's single of the week.
On Drive Time.
Drive Time. Well, yeah, I need to listen to the rest of the album, but yeah, very
Yes, all very good. Anyway, that's Harry Styles. Sorry?
good. Tick.
I thought you said...
I said tick, but it did sound
No,
like
it
that.
sounded like...
No.
I thought you said that. As
I
well.
went for tick, but
That's Harry
it didn't
Styles.
come out. What else were we going to talk about?
I don't believe there was anything
There was.
else.
We mentioned something right at the end, like 5 seconds ago.
Oh, Toby, you're the young... I mean, you two, the youngsters, you can remember. I'm old, as we've discovered. Certain things just aren't meant for me.
No.
Oh,
You're
Like
old.
Misfits.
no.
I'm really annoyed.
Basically, reading between the lines, Toby, what you were saying was, in a very patronising voice,
No.
that
No.
you won't understand. It's not for you. You won't get
I'm-
it. You're
I'm
too
gonna-
old.
Why does
I'm
Toby
gonna-
sound like that?
Yeah, I don't know.
No.
I'm going to remember this because if
Sorry,
you say
guys.
it's targeted at this audience, I'm going to be like, oh right, okay.
Blackberry.
There you go.
Hey.
3 blokes trying to remember something from 5 minutes ago. This is award-winning
This is
radio.
award-winning. So we were talking in the main show about
Blackberries.
BlackBerry phones. Do we think?
Yeah.
Let's go around the room. Do you think they're still a thing? Yes or no? Duncan,
No.
Toby.
I don't know anyone who's got one. Oh, I had one in
That's not,
2002.
why can you never answer a question that you're asked?
What do you mean? I
You're
said
like a
no,
politician.
and then-
No, you said no. You said I don't know anyone who's got one. You could be a politician. You'd be a really good politician. You don't give facts and figures very well. You just fudge the numbers. And when
Well,
you're
I'm
asked a direct question, a direct yes or no, you give a waffling answer.
well, no, I'm just telling you the truth. I don't know anyone who's got one, so my answer is no.
Yes,
That sounded like a politician.
they do still do Blackberries.
Oh,
Yeah.
why?
For people that like Blackberries.
So I had a BlackBerry in 2012.
Oh, you were one of those
2011. I was one of those people, and I went round. What's your BBM?
Oh,
What's
Duncan,
BBM?
Look at him,
BlackBerry
confused.
Messenger. BlackBerry Messenger.
It was like WhatsApp. Yeah.
Oh, when I was at Blockbuster in the head office, everybody was given a BlackBerry. That was the company. That was the company phone.
Wow. Before the iPhone, of course.
No.
2009.
Why don't?
Is it 2009? Yeah, 2009.
No, before 2008 there was iPhones.
Was
I had
that?
an iPhone, and all the like area managers and that had Blackberries. That was what they had.
Okay.
I don't think iPhones were very popular as company phones back then.
No.
I was going to
in
say
the early days.
Blackberries were quite. I remember them being company.
That was the thing. If you were on the tube, everybody had
Everyone had
BlackBerry.
BlackBerry.
Oh, hi James. Oh, yeah, I'll just send that through to you now. Okay, great. Yeah. Catch you in the park.
2007.
What's that?
Catch you in the park.
Pub.
Pub. 2007
Oh, I
was the
think
first
it's a pub
iPhone.
as well.
Oh, excuse me. iPhone was the first one in 2007.
Oh, okay, 13 years ago.
Yeah.
That's made me feel old.
I had one of the slidey ones, but that way. So it slid.
Oh,
that way.
yes, I had a. Oh, I know.
QWERTY keyboard.
I had a
Yeah.
flip phone. My first one was a little flip.
I
phone.
had a Nokia.
a Nokia.
Yeah, a
Nicky
Nokia,
Nacky Nokia.
a Nokia flip phone, big
Flip
one
phone.
with an aerial out the side.
Oh.
Wow.
I know.
Retro.
Retro.
I had a Motorola Razr with a flip.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I had one of those. Little,
Yeah, I thought it was
Silver
so
one.
cool. Hang on, guys.
Yeah.
Let me just flip this. Let me Bluetooth you a song. Oh, it's so illegal.
Oh yeah, God, back in the day.
I can't remember what the side slide phone were called.
The Samsung used to make them.
I don't think it was a Samsung.
A Samsung.
Samsung.
Who says it like that?
Samsung.
No, Samsung.
Samsung.
for
No,
Samsung.
Yeah,
Samsung.
Samsung.
it's not Samsung.
What Samsung?
No,
Sam Smith got a new song out.
No,
Samsung.
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 Hey, nice.
Hey.
Well, this time next week we'll be in lockdown.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
we will. Very exciting.
The pub quiz will be back, which, as we know, Toby's really looking forward to.
There we go. Loves a pub quiz.
Loves a pub
Toby
quiz.
loves a pub quiz.
I think you should join in with the Wycombe Sound pub quiz, Toby. I
Okay.
think
All right.
you'd be
When
good.
is it?
It will be starting on Wednesday
I don't do it because it's too bloody long.
It's Wednesday the 11th.
It's 2 hours long.
Well, it's because we have to
Okay.
film.
What?
I can't
what
sit and
time?
listen to the radio 2 hours in the evening. I'm not 90.
Are you not?
No, not
It starts
quite.
from 8.
8 till 10.
8 till 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, too long for a pub quiz. Plus, I would just cheat.
Well, that's because you're a
I mean, you're at home being asked the questions, and then you're not sending you can
do-
just Google the answers.
Yeah, but that's just you. I would expect that from you.
I'm sure most people do.
No, well, they don't. If they do, then they're not getting the right answers.
Well, there's probably a lot of thick people that listen.
Wow. How rude.
Thank you. Good night.
Is anything in the book?
Yes.
In your phone?
No. Oh, actually, hang on, just a second. Let's have a look.
Please hold caller.
Please hold the line there. Let's have a little look what's
Hold
here,
the
shall we?
line.
Hold the line. Love isn't always on time.
Name the artist, Toby.
Toto. What a
Correct.
massive tune.
What a good song.
Okay. Toby, and Toby. Are you ready?
Wait for
Three
it.
things you were going to do,
Right,
Toby.
get ready with the X's. Here we go.
Get ready with sorry, guys. Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry, guys. Three of those.
Here we go.
Toby was going to finish watching Challenger.
Yeah. No.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry.
He was going to watch the just 23-minute long Boys in the Band documentary.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Oh, sorry. Guys. And Luke and Toby were both going to watch the trailer for Bait.
Oh, boy, I did that
No.
anyway.
Oh, I have not done.
You watched the wrong one, though. Remember?
No, we decided that I had watched the right one.
Okay. So there you go. It's 3 still for you, Toby.
We can
Yeah,
add something for me, though.
What's that?
I will listen to the whole of Harry Styles' album. Thanks, everyone, for listening.
Thanks for downloading.
Thank you.
Well, you don't have to. You can just stream it. You don't have to download it these days.
Please review us.
Give us a thumbs up if you're on YouTube. Subscribe to this channel. You don't have to pay. What are you doing?
Let's subscribe to this channel.
Wait, what? You're
Is it
just
not down there?
You're just pointing at
Down
Wixo
there.
Monday movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway,
Right.
before
Anyway.
let's say goodbye. Say
Yeah.
goodbye, Duncan.
Goodbye, Duncan.
Say goodbye, Toby.
Goodbye, Toby.
Say goodbye, Luke.
Bye, bye, Luke.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.